Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the BG Show. I am here for the first time with my friend Manny and former roommate from college. We're here to talk about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, the very anticipated MCU movie. I think it's like close to the 30th MCU movie, I think. So let's get right into it. Spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, don't go any further. We're going to spoil this movie. Um, so I guess. All right. Well, we could do your big picture thoughts overall. Just kind of big picture thoughts. What did you like, didn't like, that kind of stuff.
Well, when I first got out, simply put, like I try to think about it, and the only thing that came to mind is I loved it. Um, I think it was a great movie. Obviously could have would have been better, Chadwick, but I think it was a great movie overall. I think they did pretty well in his absence, like considering what they had to work with. Um, but literally first thing I came out and tried to think, I was trying to take mental notes for the BG show, and I was like, yo, I just loved it. That as simple as that.
It was good. So I liked it. I don't have it like definitely not top 10 MCU movies. I thought they handled it well. Like if you told me this was going to be the movie I was going to get, I'd probably take it. Um, but there are some not the movie itself is fine, but like it's decisions that the characters make that I think don't really make any sense. Overall, good movie, but I would have made some changes to the plot, taken some things out, shifted around. But I would say definitely better than Thor: Love and Thunder, and definitely better than Doctor Strange 2,
Yeah, that's
100%.
fair.
And I would say better than I would probably would it would since Endgame, like where would you rank this in terms of what's your favorite MCU project since Endgame?
I mean, I liked Doctor Strange more than you, at least. I don't know about
Oh,
more than
really?
most. Yeah, but I mean, I think, I mean, it's not really close compared to Doctor Strange, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty easy to say it's probably the best since Endgame.
I'd say my favorite thing since Endgame is Loki for sure.
Oh, I thought I was talking about movies. Loki was definitely
No,
up there,
everything.
but
Loki and then
anything,
and
yeah,
No Way Home.
Loki,
Maybe No Way Home.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, No Way Home was, I mean, it didn't really do compared to No Way Home. I'm probably leaning towards Wakanda Forever.
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's get into it. Things I did like. So I never really thought about it. I was assuming that they were gonna kill Chadwick. I knew they were gonna kill him in the beginning, like really quick. I thought they were gonna kill him in battle. Like kill him because you can use him as a Black Panther and just not
and
have
just
him.
not. Yeah, I hear you.
But they killed him with an illness, which I think was on purpose, and also like he died of an illness in real life. So I think that's like why they did it. Um, But Wakanda, I think my biggest problem is like they don't look nearly as powerful leaving this movie as they did going in. Like they're not as like invincible. You think about like in Infinity War, like when even Thanos was like sending those things and they had those huge force fields.
Yeah,
And now in this movie, like the Queen is just multiple times. It's just they go
yeah.
right up to the
People
Queen,
just slipping in
no
undetected
security.
multiple times. They weren't
So
even expecting them, and they
yeah.
still slipped right in.
So, all right, let's go to start at the beginning of the movie. So it starts off with he dies. It's a lot of stuff we've seen in the trailer, like the funeral, that kind of stuff. We kind of expect it. Nothing surprising. I kind of, I mean, like, I don't know if this is a hot take. Like, I kind of agree with the rest of the world. Like, they said that they were going to help everyone, and then, like, they're not fucking doing anything. And the whole world was decimated, like, after Endgame, and, like, they're still not helping. And
Yeah,
so like after this movie, like after Black Panther 1, you're supposed to think like not only do they have vibranium, but they're also really smart. But in this movie, I'm thinking like it's almost like they're just Saudis, like with oil. Like they just like sit on top of oil and like they're really rich, but they're not that smart because they're idiots this entire movie. Um, so like it's similar with like like they're not helping anyone, so I don't know what they're so mad about. And this is I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but so the opening scene, like they try to steal the vibranium off the ship. We kind of see it in the trailer, and like it's a twist because like all the Dora Milaje and whatever are waiting inside.
yeah,
I think that like if you watch this movie, I think the original plan was to have Doctor Doom be the overall big bad guy. and Doctor Doom was going to be, and I got this from another, I've heard this on another podcast. Doctor Doom was going to be like the trying to steal vibranium the whole time, which makes sense because
So no name, no
no.
name.
So Namor was going to be the bad guy, like, but
But
then like,
Doctor Strange was also gonna be
but like
involved.
Doctor Doom, like at the end was going to be the big
Doctor
reveal, which
Yeah.
makes sense because Namor wasn't really a bad guy at the end. They kind of made him into like an
Yeah.
anti-hero, which we'll get into that, but it makes sense because like you know who Lake Bell is on the boat. So the
Yeah,
scene on the
yeah.
boat where basically Namor attacks and kills all of them, and that scene is really wonky because Lake Bell plays Poison Ivy in the Harley Quinn show. She's like an established actress, like so. It's weird that she just got this one scene in the MCU and then just kind of
Just to kill her, man. That's
just
all she
kill
wanted
her.
to do.
Doesn't make sense. That it really people like are speculating that she was like working for Doctor Doom directly, which makes it a much bigger role. Um, which I think makes a lot of sense because that scene just doesn't make sense. Um, because she's kind of like a big enough actress where it kind of like draws your attention. Um, and yeah, it makes sense that Doctor Doom would be going after vibranium. Um, so let's get into it. So my biggest problem with the movie is, like I was saying, Wakanda just doesn't look powerful at all. Namor slips. I guess I'll okay. Namor slips in. That's fine. They do that scene. Um, but I guess my first problem is I don't see like the conflict being Ironheart. I thought was really stupid. I didn't like that at all. Like they're going. Namor doesn't want to be discovered, so he's going to start an entire war over not being discovered. That makes no sense. Over not being discovered. Um, Ironheart. They tried to do like what they did with. Wait, hold on. I'm pausing. So I was saying like they sneak in. The entire movie. They don't look strong. Okay, so again, I'm jumping around, but like what bugged me was how long it took someone to wear the Black Panther suit. It's like the word
Yeah, I
got
mean, but like
transitioned
I feel like I kind of expected that. It's like I've like you've seen superheroes movies all the time. Like they wait to literally the last fight scene to like
Okay, fine. So,
actually
but even if you don't have the
like throw the
suit,
suit on. So it's like I wasn't too surprised. I knew it was probably gonna end up something like that. Like last scene, ready to fight, obviously.
there's not enough tech in the movie. Like they're like, oh, we have vibranium, we have vibranium. Like, where's your tech? Where are your weapons? They don't have anything. They don't have anything futuristic. They don't have anything like um. So I'm trying to think. What's I gonna say? No, so like even if no one wears the iron like the Black Panther suit, why aren't people like just having vibranium armor or vibranium weapons? Why doesn't
I mean,
M'Baku?
they have vibranium weapons.
Yeah, but like nothing like no like
Not here, you like some like
it's
you know what I
almost
mean
like
well they kind of
spears but
introduce
with
a little bit
vibranium
of
at the
it,
end.
but well they kind of like towards the end you know those suits that they put those two warriors in, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if
Hmm.
there's like a name for that.
Yeah.
But I kind of like, you know what I mean? I think they're like kind of leaning towards that, but I think part of it is like they want to seem like old school, you know what I mean? Like you know, I mean, like an African country like culture. So like I think part of like their all their armor and stuff is like that's why you don't see a lot of vibranium.
I think it's called Afrofuturism, where it's supposed to be like it's kind of supposed to be like old school Africa, but also kind of modern at the same
Yeah.
time. But so that part really annoyed me because in Civil War, his dad was still alive and still the king, and he was wearing the Black Panther suit. So it's not like you can't wear it, like that's the confusing part. He was wearing it before he was king, and she was acting like she couldn't wear it before she was queen. And it's like, how about this? If Namor's invading, why wouldn't you have Angela Bassett, the queen, just put on the suit for protection, even if she's not fighting? Just put on the suit.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
mean, I know because it's they have to make a movie and they
But
have to
it
war,
was you
but
know
it's
if
like
I
they're
felt
such
like
idiots.
and I feel like a weird part it was like I feel like they the way they feel about it is like you can't wear it unless you like eat that plant and have like the like superpower.
Yeah,
You
just
see like how Mbaku like tested her to see if she
yeah.
was strong. But like
Well,
that's all he cared about. He's like, I just want to make sure like that you're strong. But I mean I feel you. I think I mean that was kind of stupid, but
I don't know why they don't all just put it on. The, also, I would say that all the other women like or would be better off being the Black Panther than her. Like
Yeah,
I think Okoye
yeah,
would be
you know what I mean? You make good
Okoye
points
would be
there. You make good
a
points.
Okoye. Like
He's
I don't want to do
probably
like
the worst one suited to wear it.
I don't want to do like oh Mary Sue because like everyone's gonna say that Mary Sue, but like it's not like T'Challa wasn't just like he didn't just get like the Black Panther suit. Like he was a trained warrior. Like when he
Yeah,
was fighting, like he was trained his whole life to be like with a sword or whatever. She was a scientist. That was her thing. So she has no training at all. Um, but no, like Okoye's a buzzsaw. So like why wouldn't you just give
yeah,
her?
for sure.
Um,
Do you think they're gonna keep it this way? Like she's just a Black Panther from now on, or like
I don't even know what you
I
do for three.
I feel like there could be like an avenue for them just to like you know what I mean, like change that up next movie.
They
Like
should
you know
have.
like because it might turn into like you know what I mean, like she's not a fighter. Like you
They
know what I
should
mean?
have
Like
had multiples. They should have had her and M'Baku or bring we'll get into well, I'll get into it now. Like killing Killmonger was the dumbest decision. Even if you didn't obviously you didn't know he was going to pass away. But it's like why not just have throw him in Wakandan prison and just
yeah,
even if he never is in another movie again, I'm sure there'll be a time where you can use him. And what makes no sense is that like look what happened with Loki. Imagine if Loki just died in Thor 1. You never saw Loki again. He was a bad guy in Avengers 1. Then he came back, was a bad guy. He was in Infinity War, he died. Then he came back in Endgame, got the cube. Now he has his own show. Now he's gonna have season 2 of his own show. You could have done all this with Michael B. Jordan. And I think it would have made total sense. Imagine if this was the movie, if Namor invaded Wakanda, killed the queen, and
and then
basically like,
Killmonger
and then
wanted yeah
they're like, "Fuck, we're totally screwed. What do we do? We got nothing." They're like, "Oh wait, he's just sitting in jail," and they go to him. We're like, "We have no other choice but like for you to do this," and like this is his redemption story, and he gets really pissed, and he just beats the shit out of Namor.
yeah. I
Like
mean
that would have been sick. That's a
so
way
like
better movie.
you already know I feel how I feel about killing villains. I think like in like live action like movies they've become too comfortable with killing villains. I think it's so stupid. Like you know what I mean? Let them, you know what I mean, foil their plan and let them get away. Like, you
It's
know
a
what I mean?
DC.
Like
The DC
what
villains never
happened to
die.
that? Why do they all die? Like throw them in jail. Like, you know what I mean? Like and like I mean exactly proven with Killmonger, like why kill him? Like there's no reason. And like I mean like and his death was like it like sucked. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Like he just, you know what I mean? Like just jumped off the mountain, like fucking sick, bro. He like didn't even die in battle. I mean, you know what I mean? Essentially didn't die in battle.
That was a
Um,
whack scene, and
so that's something I really liked about this movie is that they didn't kill Neymar. I'm like, sitting there. I mean, there was definitely one point where like, you know what I mean? He was basically powerless, just dying on the beach. I'm like, I knew at that point, I was like, there is no way she kills him right here. But I was definitely nervous that they were gonna kill Neymar because Neymar's fucking badass.
yeah,
And
Namor is definitely the highlight of the movie for me. Like his power set, he can like obviously swim in water, breathe in water. He can fly, super strong. Um, I can't believe the actor didn't get more cut for this movie. I'm just gonna say it. Like they get every fucking actor juiced for every fucking role, and then the one actor who like he doesn't
he
even have like
probably
a
should have
role.
been
He's like only wearing a bathing suit. I don't know if it was me and like I was the villain of a Marvel movie only wearing a bathing suit, I would just get like I can't. I mean, he's in good shape for like a regular person, but like I don't know,
yeah, I hear you.
it's kind of weird. But
Yeah, definitely a big fan of Neymar.
my
I like
favorite,
really before this, I didn't know much about him. Um, but he was fucking dope. I
he's the
think the scenes
third
with him,
Marvel. Yeah, sorry.
I think the scenes with him, like they were like him fighting too, like they looked great. Um, I don't know, just
Oh yeah, he can murk like he can beat most of the MCU in a fight, just one on one, like
yeah,
most. Even if they had like like even and I think like against Black Panther is kind of bullshit because he kind of had that fight won. And even with the suit, I don't know, he punched through the suit, which I thought was kind of bullshit. I thought the best scene in the entire movie was when they were on the bridge and Okoye was fighting whatever the guy's name was. And
yeah.
those are the best scenes where it's like grounded. It's kind of like Winter Soldier. But the best part is there was no music and no noise. It was just kind of they did that in Dark Knight Rises with Bane and Batman with no noise. It's just a fight. And I don't know why they don't do that more. They just kind of like Yeah, they never do it.
Yeah, that seems dope. One thing I thought was good because I'm comparing it to DC and Aquaman is like the underwater scenes. Like I just hate in like Aquaman when they put like the air bubble around them and they start talking in the middle of the water. You know
Oh
what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
that's really stupid. Yeah,
It's so stupid, but so I think the like I mean not I don't think they spoke underwater. They just had those like underwater like caverns, I guess. But but I think the underwater scenes are pretty cool too.
and okay, so the thing that bothered me the most was they decide to well, first the Queen Angela Bassett dies, zero security, not even one security guard.
Yeah,
So
bro, what
yeah,
kind of fucking
the dumbest
windows do they
scene.
have?
What are they
What are
doing?
these water bombs, bro? Those shits apparently, I mean, I guess we're gonna assume there's some sort of vibranium involved, but I yeah, they didn't have one
And
guard
how
in
about
the
Ironheart?
fucking palace.
How about Ironheart puts on your fucking suit? What are you doing? Like you have a suit. What do you put it on? What are you doing? Uh,
Yeah.
and
I mean, I guess yeah.
I think killing
Yeah,
Angela
I guess we're
Bassett
made
was
to believe the suit wasn't ready at that point.
killing her was stupid because it just like now you don't you just take away a lot of the you just take away a lot of like dialogue if you're going to do a trilogy now. I don't even know who would be in it. Um, and
Yeah, she was
so
big time.
it makes doesn't really make sense that like no one was protecting her, and then they're just getting murked the entire movie.
Ironheart should have been protecting her, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she should have been doing.
And then so to get revenge, they're like, oh, let's take a giant submarine to the middle of the ocean, which is like the dumbest like.
Yo, when they did it was like, yeah, I have this perfect plan. Let's go to the middle of the fucking ocean.
And then
Like that
drawn
was
out with
they lived they all should have died. Like that should have been the end of
it
Wakanda
was
Day
the
right there.
dumbest plan. It was like let's get us all. If I was Namor, I'd be like, perfect. They're all
But
together.
you know, I'm glad that so it technically failed. They were pretty toast. So like I like that that's how it ended because when they were going into it, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. Like, why would you ever? So I'm thinking when they figured out like with like Namor's power, like oh he just has to be away from water. So I'm thinking they're about to go to the mountains and try to like lure them to the mountains somehow. So it's like you know what? Let's just go to the middle of the ocean. I think that's a great idea. Like that was so stupid. Like
Ridiculous.
as a
Um,
writer, that was horrible. As like just in the you know, what I mean, being in the movie, like if you thought that was your best plan, like you should have died.
and how does he? And it's just crazy that like Namor, they're like, oh, he's an anti-hero. It's like he did way more than Killmonger did.
Yeah,
He killed Killmonger, didn't kill their mom. Namor killed her mom. Like I don't
yeah,
understand like how he's not a worse guy than Killmonger. And Killmonger like actually had like a real. This guy was some bullshit about oh he doesn't want to be discovered and they're searching for vibranium and I don't the whole thing was weird. I don't know. Another thing I didn't like was the length of the movie. I thought it was way too long.
you know, it's
Way
kind of
too
funny
long.
you say that because I like didn't feel it like watching it.
Really, I felt it a lot. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like I'm complaining a lot, but I did like the movie. They just inside the movie that just you know, I would have taken out you take out the Ironheart stuff, you take it. I would have put his son in the movie. I don't think that was a good post credit. It was a good scene, but not a good post credit scene. The
Yeah,
post credit scenes used to be way better. They're shit, honestly, now. They used to like hype you up. They used to be crazy. They used to be like, oh my God. Like holy shit! Like remember the end of one of the event like when remember when they revealed Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver
yeah, for sure. It was like
or
definitely
Thanos.
more like trying to like hype you up for the future, but
They
like
don't
now
hype
I
up
feel like they
anything.
have I feel like now they like you know what I mean they figure they have everyone hooked anyway, so they can do whatever the fuck they
But
want.
it's like an open ended. It but like I think that's so dumb because those are you
Because
should
it
just those are your like their signature and like what they should get the most right. That's the easiest thing to get right because it's
and
just
I,
a first.
but you know but about this like post credit scene is like I mean I literally I mean it's probably the next movie has to be surrounded about him like somebody finds out maybe Namor finds out about him That maybe, but
I
I'm
think
trying to
Doom will
think
be the villain.
how can the sun be like? I don't think he has immediate effect on the MCU at all. Like it was just like a more of like a wholesome post credit scene.
Oh, I
Like
think he'll be. I think he'll. They just set that up so that in like a few years they can recast
oh
him,
no, for sure.
and they'll so they can get a
I
guy.
mean, I think it's not a coincidence that they're just introducing a bunch of kids. It's like they're literally setting up for like 10 years down the road where
No,
they
they're
can
gonna
just
do. So they're gonna do Young Avengers with Stature, which is Ant-Man's daughter,
yeah.
Eli
Yeah, I saw
Bradley.
the actually I in the I'm not much of a trailer guy, but I saw the trailer for new Ant-Man. Um it looks fucking sick.
Oh yeah, Kang is gonna murk him. He's gonna.
Yeah, he really is. So that's another perfect example. Kang shouldn't die. Like Kang should just get away every single time.
Oh, he's
But
not going to.
he better not die. I mean, well, he's definitely not gonna die in this movie,
He'll
but
be in Secret Wars. No, he'll be in. Kang Dynasty is before Secret Wars, right?
you would know better than me, brother.
Kang Dynasty is Avengers. I think it goes Kang Dynasty first and then Secret Wars. So I think what's going to happen is Doctor Doom is going to potentially kill Kang in Kang Dynasty at the end, and then Secret Wars will be like. 'Cause Secret Wars is going to be about the scrolls. Oh, that's Secret Invasion. No, but
Yeah, that is Secret Invasion.
um, no, those movies are going to be nuts. Those are going to be crazy movies. But anyway, I think, yeah, I think that, I mean, like something like about Doctor Who, just anything, just, I mean, this was really their way of recasting it because now they're going to have another T'Challa who's a guy and they don't have to like actually recast.
Yeah, but how far are they from that?
Well, no, I mean, not that far because they can give, let's say they recast like,
Yeah,
someone
but
even said
how is
like
that kid? How is
the
it
Stranger
that
Things kid,
so? So that kid's supposed to be like 5, 6 years old right now.
the Stranger Things kid.
Yeah, but then like I'm talking about time in the MCU. That's basically 10 years have to pass essentially to for the kid to be like 16.
Yeah, well, I mean,
They're not close
they
to
already have
that.
him at 6, and this was
That's
on
what I'm saying. They're not close to that. I think that's just. I'm telling you, bro. That was just supposed to be wholesome. It did the trick too. I watched. I highly
after
recommend you. I highly recommend you watching the movie in the Bronx. The crowd was into it, man.
this
So
movie.
at that last scene, bro, I literally heard so many. Oh, I was like, that's literally what they did it for. That's all they did it for. It had nothing. There's no immediate effect in the MCU. I'm telling you, and they just did it for the feel good moment, and that's all they did it for.
Well, they also did it just to like quiet the noise because like another T'Challa is coming, so they don't have to.
I'm telling you, they better, yeah, they better stop playing with my guy M'Baku. I think I mean like after this movie, he's clearly the best character in this little like Wakanda. Like he
Also,
was great,
or also,
bro.
yeah,
The scene, hold on, the scene where he got punched in the chest,
yeah.
that was hilarious.
I thought he might have died. I thought they were going to kill him in that scene.
Yeah, I mean that
But
was hilarious.
what's what I think they made a mistake is what's weird about this is they only have like 3 locations. You have like the water in Wakanda,
You know, I was thinking about
you have
that
the
too.
lab, and you have like the throne. That's
Yo,
it.
can we talk about something else? I mean, didn't even touch about it, but like
There should be a show, Wakanda show. I don't know why. I think they're doing
you
it.
know, no, but what I'm trying to say is I think it was so stupid the fact that they didn't want to tell the CIA about like I forget the name of their race, like the
Oh,
name or them.
Talokan.
Yeah, like why the hell like
Oh,
they literally didn't tell the CIA.
those scenes were brutal.
It made no bro. Adding the CIA piece to it added absolutely nothing to the plot. They never told the CIA about them. They like the literally it was Julia Elaine like
Yeah, whatever.
her scenes did absolutely nothing for the plot either.
She wasn't even in the cast because you could
Like
tell that she filmed those scenes like they're like, oh, we have her for one day and somehow like film the scenes
it
and then
makes
put them
no
in the movie.
sense.
She's not even part of the movie.
That part was so stupid. I thought they were gonna be more involved, like the
Right?
CIA. Like I thought like at the end, CIA was gonna do
Think about
something
what they're
stupid.
doing. You have
They weren't even in the at the end of the movie,
think
and
about
maybe You know what they should have done is made that connection, and that they should have gave us that wholesome piece in the like after the movie, like the post credit scene, the wholesome piece, and give us another one where it kind of tied into like the CIA piece about it.
Well,
That's what they should have done.
think
At
about how
least if they're gonna have her in the movie to do nothing, like you might as well do have her do nothing in the post credit scene too.
think about what they did. They had you had to do like the whole morning of Chadwick Boseman. They have that storyline. They have introducing Namor, that storyline. They had Ironheart. They had all the Julia Louis Dreyfus shit. Like they have so many storylines that they're trying to cram into this movie. I don't know why. But 247 is too long. Like if you have to think if Endgame is 303, this can't be 15 minutes shorter than Endgame. There's no way. This should have been 220 max. I think 220 is the most you can go for a solo move for like a solo movie. 247 is way too long unless it's like a Civil War type thing. It can't be 15 minutes shorter. I mean, then Endgame, that's crazy. Like you think about how long Endgame is, it's almost pretty much almost as long. One more scene and it's as long as Endgame. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to think what else to get into. Yeah, the thing with these phase four like movies is they don't really affect like the MCU at all. Like this movie doesn't, we're in the same place. Sure, it's a Black Panther, but we already knew that was going to happen. So
Yeah.
there's really no impact on the MCU. There's almost like nothing. I mean, I guess there is stuff. It's weird how like there's less and less stuff to spoil now. This release didn't seem like as big of a deal, at least on Twitter
Compared to
and
what?
into like what I was expecting. You know, like obviously the first one was like a huge, huge deal. Um, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But what else? What else? Future MCU projects. What's next in the pipeline?
Yeah, what's the next content we're getting?
That's a good question, actually. The next show is it What If season two?
I like forgot that's coming.
We got
I
what
I mean I enjoyed What If season one a
all
lot.
of like the shows that were announced, I feel like we've like ran through already now. She-Hulk is done, Miss Marvel is done. There's What If season two. They're not, I mean, they're making that Agatha show, but that's not close. Yeah, I think it's What If season two or
Is
movies.
the next movie Ant-Man?
The next movie is definitely Ant-Man, which that'll be a big one. I mean, because you know the villain isn't dying, which is kind of going into the movie, which I don't remember the last time. Has it ever happened in the MCU? You know the
What?
villain going in, and you know the villain's not going to
I
die.
mean, you can say Thanos. I mean, I feel like
But you didn't know he wasn't going to die in Infinity War.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Um,
It
we
just
had,
felt like because he was his name was always involved, but we never really got him till Infinity War, I guess. Remember the talking about post credit scene? Remember the Thanos post credit scene? That shit was
yeah,
fucking sick.
when he put on the gauntlet.
Bro, I'll do it myself. I was like, oh shit.
Gotta do a video on the best post-credit scenes. I'm trying to think what my favorite post-credit scene is in the MCU. It might honestly be the first one, Iron Man 1. That was crazy. Because they basically were like gave you confirmation that they were doing everything. Or maybe like the first, I think whenever like the first like X-Men, like real X-Men thing is, but it's crazy they haven't like done a post-credit scene for the Fantastic Four or the X-Men yet. I was expecting one.
Bro, I feel like they're just like protecting that with all their life. Like I feel like they know they can fuck that up.
Those are their
And I
last two
feel like they're
bullets. Those are their
nervous.
last two bullets. They're big
They're
bullets.
nervous about it. We got a mutant drop in this movie. That was a nice touch.
Oh, Namor, yeah, because they don't even explain why Namor isn't blue or like why he doesn't have like wings on his. So they just say he's a mutant.
He literally just says, "Yeah, I'm a mutant."
And I think they're dropping in mutant because like they want the word to be mutant and not X-Men, apparently, because it could be like that could the X-Men thing could be a problem legally. I don't know if that's why they're waiting. Even though
But
the
like the term X-Men,
yeah, even though the deal is done, there's like a problem. I don't know. But um I think this was a win for Marvel overall. Like they could not afford another bad movie. They definitely couldn't afford a bad movie with Black Panther. So Um,
No, I think it was definitely a win with the cards they were
but
dealt.
she can okay, she did okay leading.
I think her acting was pretty good. I like her internal battle. I kind of like the darkness of the movie.
It was
Like a lot about like vengeance. Like I did like that aspect of it.
but she can't lead an Avengers movie. That's the problem. Like who is gonna lead? Like
But
who's
I'm telling you, don't be surprised if next movie we're getting um another Black Panther.
so you
They're
think the
gonna
next
figure it
time
out.
well the next time we see her is gonna be probably Kang Dynasty, right? We won't see her until
I
then.
mean, we would hope.
And you know what movie slept on, honestly? I forgot about Shang-Chi. Do you think
Yeah,
Shang-Chi was better or worse than this?
than this, worse than this. But I did like Shang-Chi. It was good.
Shang-Chi was good. I like Shang-Chi better than Thor and Doctor Strange too, which is crazy, but I do.
That is, I mean,
But they honestly have been struggling with the finishes.
Thor wasn't that good. Um, I think it was they just went too far with the comedy in that. Like it was so corny, and I feel like every chance they got to get serious, it was corny again.
Wait, they have
They
to.
I think they fumbled Thor big time. They fumbled
Oh yeah,
Christian Bale. They fumbled Christian Bale so bad.
he's done. Taika's done. He's not going to do another Thor movie. No way. He's done.
They fumbled that so bad.
You can tell because if he did a good job, he probably would have gotten a shot at one of the Avengers movies, and he didn't.
Bro, his shit is just too corny. I mean, obviously not everyone feels like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like Uncle Manny love the kids too, but you got to draw the line at some point, man. Like Thor was way too corny for me.
So, oh wait, you know what's also movie I forgot Guardians 3
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
and the Guardians
Oh,
Holiday Special.
they have the holiday special, or is that the movie? Or is it two
No,
different?
there's a
Right?
holiday
It's two
special
different.
and a movie.
That it's the same thing.
No,
It's
it's a
two different.
different, it's two different things.
The holiday special is. Well, am I
And
making
he's
this
the
up? Is the
CEO
holiday?
of DC now, so it's kind of funny.
Who is? Oh yeah,
He's done.
yeah,
He's the man, yeah.
yeah. Is he involved in? I mean,
He's
is
directing both, yeah.
right? Is that I guess his last hurrah
And then he's going to hopefully steal Batista's Bane. Hopefully.
as Bane? Interesting.
Because Bane's really Cuban. He's supposed to be Cuban in the, or like whatever made up country that they say that's supposed to be Cuban, DC, but it really is supposed to be Cuba. And they didn't do that in really any of the movies yet, but he's supposed to be like Latino. But
Yeah, that's good. That's right. I remember watching like a
in the
cartoon.
animated shows, he has like an
He's
accent.
like, and he's literally Spanish. He like says
Flies him
stuff in
in.
Spanish.
He gets like the guy flies him in to basically just kick Batman's ass.
Yeah, I remember. I seen that. Where what show is that? Because I
Batman
seen that.
animated series.
I remember because I remember him have like he said Spanish things. He
Yeah.
had like an accent. Yeah, I do remember that.
Maybe I'll he died. He just died. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah.
Um okay, but yeah, I mean this was a good movie. Obviously, like where would you rank it in terms of like the MCU? Like it's hard to like put exact is it in your top 10? It's not my top 10. Is it better than the first you have it better than the first one? Oh shit, we only have 4 minutes left in
I
this.
don't. I mean, it's tough to say it's better than the first one because
Okay.
the first one.
Rapid fire. I'm gonna name an MCU movie and you have to tell me if you think this movie is better or worse than that movie, okay?
All right,
Black Panther 1.
Black Panther one.
Okay. Or just say better or worse, okay?
All right,
All
better
right,
or
so
worse.
say so worse. Guardians 1.
I mean, we're
Worse.
worse. Yeah,
Okay. Actually, or fine. Sorry. Actually, say the movie. So Guardians 1. Okay.
yeah. I'm taking
Next
Guardians
one.
one thing.
Um, Captain America 1, the first Avenger.
I actually didn't really like that movie, so I'm gonna say Black Panther,
Yeah,
Wakanda.
I agree. Doctor Strange 2.
I'm taking Wakanda Forever.
Thor, I'm assuming you're gonna do the same thing. How about Eternals?
Wakanda Forever.
Let me think. None of the you'll take all the Avengers movies over Wakanda Forever, right?
Except Ultron.
Interesting. Okay. So you have Ultron the worst. And then I'm going to assume you're going to take the first Iron Man over this movie, but not two or three.
I mean,
You're going to take this over Iron Man.
based on what it meant to the MCU, I have to say Iron Man 1. But I wasn't a big fan when Iron Man first came out. I know. I mean,
oh.
it might not be a popular opinion, but I have to stay true to myself, PG.
All right. And then we have 3 minutes. I'm trying to think what other movies. Winter Soldier or this.
Oof. Winter Soldier's fire. I think I'll take a Winter Soldier.
Thank God, yeah. Um, Ant-Man or Ant-Man 2, either of those.
I don't think so. I'm
Uh,
thinking I'm taking Black Wakanda Forever.
and then which of the Thor movies would you take over it? Just Ragnarok or not even Ragnarok?
It would be Ragnarok, the only one, but that's close for me.
So you have this pretty
Ragnarok
high then.
was
You have this high then.
nah. I
It's
told you I really
approaching your
liked
top
it. I
10.
literally my first. It probably comes out to right around there. But Ragnarok. I'd probably have to sleep. I mean, I got. It's been a while since I've even seen Ragnarok. But Ragnarok was fire.
Yeah, I have this. I don't even know. We only have 2 minutes, but I have this probably like around probably 10 to 15, which sounds not that good, but there's so many movies now. Like that's good because you figure like the first five are like
The movies.
it's
It's
impossible to
funny
top to
because
crack five. You still have this. How about
yeah,
the Tom Holland movies?
it's like
Tom
locked
Holland
in.
movies.
It's like like it's like it turns into a conversation like the best players of all time. Like there's a certain point where it's like you just can't crack five no matter what you do.
Can't. Yeah, you have to. So, all right, that's our spoiler
You
review.
know what? The one thing I do want the last thing I want to say is so you see after like
We have a minute.
Suri took like the plant or whatever.
Oh, we
I
didn't even talk
think
about
they
that
should
synthetic THC,
I
basically.
yeah, I mean that's whatever.
Synthetic
You
bud.
said THC base?
Well, that's what I was thinking of the whole time. Like, oh my gosh, he's making
So
synthetic.
I think they should have took that chance to CGI us Chadwick.
Oh, so you that's that's a whole can of worms. There,
I
Disney.
think they should have done it. Fuck it. Like go for it.
They
Everyone
should have
even
asked
if
his
it
family.
didn't look the best or do something like put like a projection of him like on some like what's the dude from Power Rangers Zordon? They
Oh,
should have done something like
yeah.
that. So it didn't even have to look good, dude. They
Ivan.
just had to give it to us.
All right, guys, we're running out of time on this Zoom, but thanks for watching. Thanks, Manny, for coming. That was the review. We'll see you guys in the next one. And you know what? We have to actually do a ranking of the MCU now that I think about it because
Bro, I hate ranking shit, man. It's complicated,
it
bro.
has to be done. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.